opening for Johnny Mathis on that day. That was great. You were like, that was a great picture or whatever.
Let me recreate.
That was fantastic. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, feeling a little blurry all of a sudden. And we are joined, as always, because there'd be no show without him, Steve Goody, everybody. No show without him. And not because of the jokes, but because we have no way to run the damn thing. And we are joined by our superstar pal, who we can do without, but we don't want to. No one likes it when she doesn't show up. It's Patty Vasquez, of course.
We cannot do without her. You're completely wrong, sir.
We have a joyous show with superstar comedian who I met yesterday in Vancouver. I mean, we'd known each other, but we actually met and hung out in Vancouver because we're on different ships. And I asked him to please come here tonight because we love him. He was hilarious last time, and somebody flaked. So
that's exactly.
No Bronte, everybody. Let's hear it. Let's look at a hot young man. So, and of course, the genius of Bonds, Ian Bonds. You've probably never heard that before. Insane Ian is here too, and
I also exist.
You can't see him because you only see me. So yes, I am on the Celebrity Solstice, a lovely ship for the second week, and I was getting off this ship. See, you guys don't see. There's things that you talk about. People always come up to me and they say, you know, you should. When I grew up in restaurants, people in restaurants, you should always talk about this stuff in restaurants and how stupid it is. And I said, yes, but when you tell the public something that you're mad at as someone who works in a restaurant, they don't get it, and they're mad at you because they don't understand. So you all probably don't understand this because like people like Bill and I go through this all the time. But I have two choices: get kicked off the ship on port days for like 4.5 hours, or stay and never leave at all. And getting off the ship means throngs of people who have no idea how to go through immigration and customs and move with the confused speed and stare of 1,000 bewildered toddlers dragging 2 different bags for a 7-day trip. It is mind-numbing through the terminal. But I gotta tell you, and it probably only takes 20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I feel like it's take 13 days. And I also love it at the same time. Does that make sense to anyone? I also love it because of how much I hate it. It's life's oxymoron is what it is. Here's an analogy. And then I'll do some jokes later because there is no joke here. I'm a pretty good ice skater. Any good ice skaters out there? Anybody? Bill?
No.
Alice? No. Nobody? Anybody?
I'm only good at analogies.
Walker.
I grew up ice skating. I can do it. I can cross over turns. I can spin around. I can play hockey, the whole deal. And I love when I go skating when there are a bunch of mediocre and bad skaters on the ice. Why? Because I get to go through it. I get to be like a Corvette in a school zone going 90, right? They're all in the way, and I'm zipping through and having to figure out how to get around them and do all that kind of stuff. And that is what I'm trying to do through immigration. Pass through these orange cones of people as they blunder along stupidly. It is super fun, and I complain about every second of it. And that's what life is all about, right?
And
Bill?
what's so great about that is someone's going to write a review that says Brad Tassell was disembarking aggressively.
That's because
you're going to get in trouble.
Well, I've done that. I did that bit on this show. I told Bill about the time I got a comment where they said I was jogging aggressively. The comedian was jogging aggressively. So,
You're just
with
preparing for the next year's Olympics when they're adding disembarking slalom to the Olympics.
That's right. Yes, and it is quite a slalom. So, and
so
by the way,
turns
next
out
week
there's a pattern.
The what?
There's a pattern that you have to go to like aggressiveness training or disaggressiveness training.
Well, and the problem was it wasn't even me doing the aggressive jogging. But next week we'll talk about, because I didn't have time this week. I've got a bit because last cruise, some passengers complained about other passengers, not me and how they were, but it was about me, but it was other. We'll talk about it next week.
Totally makes sense. Yeah.
Here we go. Now, this is your chance to complain about these jokes. Here we go. Please write in your complaints and put $1 on them too.
Send them to your congressman.
That's right. An American Airlines plane was diverted because it was too big for its destination. On a similar note, when I tell this to the stage manager about my show, he laughs. I'm too big for the ship. Okay. Okay, the Tony Awards were last night. Anybody see the Tony Awards?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't have CBS, but I've watched a ton of clips.
America's Gay Super Bowl.
It was fantastic too. I have now seen most of the performances, and they were amazing. Cynthia Erivo hosted and was incredible. She really is a once in a lifetime legend. And a school friend of my daughter's performed on the Tonys last night, and because he's in his first Broadway show, which my wife and I will be going to see June 22nd. Some of the winners, of course. Best actor was Cole Escola for playing Mary Todd Lincoln. Isn't that amazing? So happy Pride there, right? And Nicole Scherzinger won Best Actress in a Musical for Sunset Boulevard, immediately trading the award for a MAGA hat and a free Russell Brand t-shirt. It was fantastic.
Wow.
Do y'all know about her? Okay, great. No. Am I the only one that knows?
I just knew her from the Pussycat Dolls. So
yeah. No, she was thumbs up in a Russell Brand hat that he was saying, okay, fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna have about 4 of these in the show where nobody's gonna know what the hell I'm talking about.
we call that a Russell Brand deal.
Yeah, that's a Russell Brand. He's trying to say. Okay. An Australian reporter was shot with a rubber bullet while reporting in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? Y'all, you had to have seen this today.
Yes.
One of Trump's Gestapo on camera, fully knowing it was a reporter, just casually shot her. You can see on the tape, no agitation going on. People are just standing around. She's reporting, zero threat to law enforcement. Bam, shoots an Australian reporter. The reporter will recover. And a spokesman from Australia said, if they want to play, the spiders are coming. They're going to send a lot of spiders. Barron Trump has a girlfriend.
What?
Oh my God.
You guys haven't heard this?
No.
Barron Trump has a girlfriend, and she's American because until the ban on foreigners coming in, you can't have someone to cheat with. The Secret Service announced they are well equipped to handle relationships of the presidential children. With one agent said, the first step, see if she has a sister I can get drunk with. That was as we know, the Secret Service is incredibly inept, and they get drunk and love drugs. Okay. Hey, slave owner and precious gem mine owner Errol Musk. We all know Elon Musk's dad, right?
Yep.
Who was standing in Moscow with a Russian businessman who has already been sanctioned by the U.S. This Russian businessman said that Vladimir Putin is a kind and generous man who is being maligned by the media, and he supports his son in all ways for sticking to his principles. Errol Musk, everybody. He then stroked a bald cat and completed the purchase of a moon-destroying laser.
$1 million.
$1 million. Elon is a good boy. Okay.
He never paid any attention to me.
He never said anything, but he gave me diamonds. Okay, this one, I told Janet this one, and she didn't get it. So you're all going to have to
Explain it to Janet.
An elephant in Thailand walked into a convenience store and stole bags of candy and dried bananas.
That's right.
Well, another elephant waited outside. After causing a good bit of damage, the pachyderm was scared out of the store by the screaming owners. Once getting outside, he said to his friend, "You said they wouldn't talk about me." The elephant in the room.
That's right.
Okay, well, a couple people got it. Hey, Steve.
Yes, Brad.
In an interview, Don McLean, how do you say his name?
Either way.
Writer of American Pie. He said that Weird Al's parody of American Pie, The Saga Begins, is better than the original. Isn't that wild? Al, for his part, remarked, "Screw you, Dumbledore." That was a pretty local joke there. Bill, no idea what that.
No idea.
No idea.
I
Steve Goody
smile.
has a song. Okay, Steve Goody has a song called Dumbledore, which is a parody of an original song that Weird Al Yankovic wrote. And Weird Al was always mad because his daughter liked Dumbledore better than he liked
Ah,
his original song.
Right. That's correct.
all
Yeah,
right.
you had to go to Fillmore, which is
I can laugh now if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Please.
Steve, play the video. Okay, so Steve's got a video of Al saying how much he hates Steve. Okay. Hey, Janet also didn't get this joke, probably because she doesn't know anything about Marvel. The biggest news in the multiverse, the role of Deadpool in a new Marvel project will be
Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris. Good job.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had that
Deadpool
movie.
will now be played by Neil Patrick Harris. Ryan Reynolds jokingly quipped he thinks the Doogie Howser actor is a butthole for taking the road. He said it was role. Also remarking was Jim Carrey, who said, Neil steals more roles than you can count.
Ah.
I get it because of Chuck.
Huh?
Never mind.
Admittedly,
I
he
get
did
it.
just like him in
Olaf,
the
too.
Deadpool
He did.
video.
Count Olaf.
Yeah. All right.
Hello.
Damn it. Okay. Two more. An 11-year-old vacationing with her family in Florida found a note in a bottle washed up on the shore that turned out to be from 2018 from a now 21-year-old woman in Hawaii who
Correct.
had written the note and a phone number when she was 13 years old to see where it would end up. The mother of the girl decided to text the Hawaiian woman and was surprised to get a response that said, I can approve you for a loan of more than $1 million in 10 months. And she took the money. All right, one more, then the joke of the week. And this one is my favorite. And Janet went, what? Ed, the runaway zebra, has been captured.
Yep.
Yep. If you don't know, more than a week ago in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a pet zebra escaped and has been the subject of a massive hunt by police. This is just a week after an escaped pet kangaroo was captured hopping along the Alabama highway. I don't know if you knew that.
Yep.
Now, this has led to two domestic red pandas in Georgia saying, okay, what'd they do wrong? Gotta work this out. Okay. Here you go.
Did you hear about where the kangaroo shot the zebra with a rubber bullet?
Yes. It'll be the other way around. The zebra
I like
would
it that
shot
way.
the kangaroo.
I know, but I like it that way.
All right. Well, it's your joke. What do you call it? Okay, here's the joke of the week. I wrote this. It's terrible.
And it's the
What
best
do you
one
call?
of the week.
What do you call a nerd that can help you get in the house? What do you call a nerd that can help you get in the house?
What do you call a nerd that can help you get in the house?
Dorky.
Tassell, everybody.
He's dorky.
Hear what you said.
He's right over there.